Hey guys, Road Warrior back here. I wanted to go over some stuff for the ocean updates, just tips for the first time skipper here. When you're wanting to learn these boats, it can be kind of overwhelming here to start, but as well as wanted to kind of show you the tablet. Also, something in this video I want to do a little different. Instead of putting up a ton of hotspots, I know they're going to be all over the globe. Also, just starting out here is just kind of way to navigate through your mini map. As you can see, all the way to the bottom is your navigation buoys. Once you hit square, everything could be different from one platform to the next. That highlighted spot you might be unfamiliar with, but that is exactly where they've placed your shared markers. I was getting confused and the guy had helped me out with that. So if you're that guy that comes here and you're overwhelmed once you pull up your tablet, then there's where your marks are. So if you're wanting to put a mark there, simply, or mark the last fish, that sort of thing. So that middle one is where your current markers are. And now the navigational buoys are the ones down all the way at the bottom, and I will show you that later on. Again, if you're just wanting to do a troll line or a running line to test out for yourself, again, I don't want to play spoilers. There's so many videos already up on Fishing Planet showing every hotspot, this and that. I think for me in particular, I think some of you guys might appreciate just kind of teaching you how to fish. A wise man once said, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. With that being said, I don't want to sit and play the rules spoilers. Instead, I'm just going to kind of show you how to roll how this thing works. Get out there and explore for yourself. I think that you guys probably, a lot of you guys will appreciate that instead of doing a bunch of spoiler roll videos. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. As we're looking here, just kind of the functionalities of this. Cool thing is, I would say to do those maintenance repair missions. I did put them up on my channel as far as going through streams. They are kind of long, but I did do a bunch of streams on those labeled missions parts 1 through 7. Now the functionalities you'll absolutely love. There's a little echo sounder once you get all that done. As well as that will be on your tablet, which is really, really cool. As far as the functionalities of this thing, you can zoom in. It's very in-depth. Again, like I said, you just put out 2 markers. You'll start noticing there's fish almost everywhere out here. Just a tiny spoiler. Watch for the edges and stuff for the bigger fish. You'll see where the depths drop off and that sort of thing. But there's more and more to learn yet. Again, I don't want to ruin the time for anybody by just showing a bunch of marks up here. So, but again, once you get, your as low as 3%, if you really want, and as high as 10, I've noticed I've caught fish. So just kind of learn the functionalities of it. Hitting X, coming back up in and out of the deck, back down into the stern. Also, you can notice here, if you're wanting to line up a line here, you can look at the depth. It's critical. You know how deep the water is. You'll start noticing patterns. One fish is deeper than the other. So on the right there, if you wanted to, triangle that out, you can see where you're going. It's very, very handy. Again, you can spin around and you're ready to go there and throw your rods out. I've been having a lot of fun fishing with friends too. I'm just kind of showing you the reverse here. Now be careful. Neutral obviously is 0. This thing will absolutely cruise. Picturing this, if you have a friend on or you hit that on accident, you got a fish running. So be careful and do kind of get a little bit of muscle memory build up on this. It's easy to make your friend spool or lose fish, or vice versa, get spooled because you're not aware of what the functionalities and the controls are doing for you. As well as in the event that you didn't know how to set a navigation buoy, again, just go down there. You do get a limited amount of these, I think, and they're somewhat expensive. I want to see you can get 5 of them for 100 Bitcoins or 1 per 25 Bitcoins. Just kind of showing you how to set that out. You can fast travel that in the future by simply hitting triangle here on PlayStation. At least I'm not sure on the other platforms, but I'm sure you'll figure that part out. Again, you can travel to those. I want to say a cooldown with premium is about every hour, and it would cost you 8 Bitcoins to skip the cooldown. So kind of use those sparingly. But they are a time saver as far as driving. Now, actually going out here, I'm just kind of showing you again here, just a lot of spots that I'd found just kind of the other day, live stream with friends, just, fishing edges and that sort of thing. Again, I don't want to show every little mark that I found. Some people might just want to see this video is more just about the tips than it is hot spots and that sort of thing. And I'm not knocking anybody that's putting that 70,000 hot spots up, but for me in particular, we had such a long wait in between one fish or one lake to the next. I don't want to ruin it for myself and know exactly where every fish is. I would rather try to find a lot of this for myself. It makes it more special when you discover it with yourself and your friends and that sort of thing. I think a lot of you guys will probably appreciate that. Again, just kind of paying attention here, you'll notice sometimes it's hard to see if you got a bite. Boom, right there, you'll know for sure you got a bite once that stays curved. One thing we've coined a phrase, battle stance. We are in the battle stance. You'll know by then that you got a big fish and your left arm should be forward. That's when you want to go down the neutral or reverse if you got a co-captain. those guys will kind of help you bail out if you need that. In this particular instance, I'm just illustrating what the battle stance looked like in comparison to just catching a fish normal. Again, just following the lines here. Again, I don't want to show all these marks. You guys will figure some of this stuff out. So I don't want to show the entire map of areas that I've already looked and found fish. I'll encourage you guys to go out there and do that for yourself. Again, look at the battle stance there. If you're a good skipper, you'll know he's asked for 1% backwards. You can go 1 to 3% if need be. That means he has got a lot of line out and he's asking for help. But this is when a good teammate doesn't worry about just his rod and reel. In this position, we know we got a big chance, and we're doing kind of a team thing here, knocking some of these plug missions down the best that we can. It's going to take forever, but it's fun. He'd asked for neutral, so I gave him neutral. That's a good thing to communicate back and forth, whether you're doing it in game chat or party chat. Again, I got him in neutral. Gets a quick 264-pound trophy marlin in there. We've caught a lot bigger fish than that, but I was just wanting to illustrate this. That was a perfect viewpoint to show that. And again, this is just us, and I had actually had a co-captain there helping me yesterday. So that was thank you, King Beavers, for helping me out there on this one. He gave me reverse right when I needed it. Got caught up on this big guy here, where I ended up getting, I think, a 507-pound tuna yesterday as well. Take care. Hope this helps.